This time we have Florida on the dais. From Florida, we have head coach, Coach Walton. Student athletes in no particular order. Amanda Lorenz, Kaylee Kvistad, Janelle Wheaton, Chelsea Herndon, and Delaney Gorley. Coach, we'll start with general comments about the game, then we'll open up for questions.
First of all, I think everybody needs to get a little fired up in here. We're going to the national championship, so a little bit quiet in here for a team going to the championship. So really proud of our team. Just the way we came out the first inning, obviously with Kaylee Kvistad setting the tone. But again, we hit the ball well. We're a pitching and defense type team, and I thought Delaney Gorley's stuff was as good as I've ever seen her stuff, and it was clear today that she had her A game, which was her first ever College World Series start, by the way. So big time stuff for a big time kid and a big time player. So really proud of our team, really proud of the effort that they gave today, and just their work over the last few days to get it right and to do things right. And, congratulations to Washington. I mean, obviously a great team, and we've battled them many a times here and many a times in general. For us to be able to come out of this one game, really proud of just the overall effort of the whole Gator softball program. So thanks, and just give it to Delaney. What a great job today.
All right, we're going to open up for questions. Remember, for your questions, your name, affiliation, and clearly who the question is for. All right, questions. Yes, sir.
For Delaney, this is Chris. I'm Chris Harry, FloridaGators.com. Just to finally get the chance on the biggest stage to start a game and to finish a game, what did it mean to you, and what were you thinking about just heading into the game?
I was really excited. I feel like I kind of did it backwards. My first few appearances were in really tight situations in championship series, and so today to come out and just start a game with my team behind my back, I was really excited. We were all really pumped before the game, and we just came out on fire, and we felt really good, so it was a lot of fun.
This is Ches Severs from Flow Softball. This is for Delaney. How much confidence did you have going into this game? You faced Washington, I believe, 2 seasons ago. How much confidence did you have going into this game?
I had a ton. I mean, they are a really great program, so we knew it was not going to be easy at all. But we were feeling really good all week. You know, our vibe, our defense, our offense, our pitching, we were feeling good. And so just to have the team like this behind my back to go in for my first start, I couldn't have been any more confident today than I was.
Mayor Angus, Fastpitch News. Delaney, you're one of the few pitchers here who has experience pitching in the Women's College World Series. How does that experience help you, whether it's starting or out of the bullpen?
It helps a ton, you know. Especially for women's sports, we don't really get to play in front of this type of crowd. And so that alone can kind of maybe shake a few players up, get them a little nervous. But just to be able to have done it before and to have that experience under my belt, I can share it with my team and just say, hey, you know, we're not going to lie, this is a big deal, but just we have to play our game. We have to pitch our pitches, just do what we do. And so just to know that and believe it and trust in it and buy in, I think that's why we're here right now.
Graham, right.
Graham Hayes, ESPNW. Your team has rolled through 3 games here, 20-2 scoring margin. You've also played 3 games this tournament when your season could have ended. What was your sense of where this team was when it got to Oklahoma City?
Yeah, I think the key for me was just how we came out early in the game against Texas A&M, scoring runs early. But I was pretty clear when I did the post-game press conference on Saturday when we beat Alabama. I just now it's up to the players, and I think that's what you get when you go to the College World Series. It's up to the players. Our coaching staff does a really good job of preparing and putting together a plan, but the players have to execute it. They have to buy into it, and they have to be able to control their heartbeat on this stage. And I've always said it that this is a big deal playing on this stage, and the team that plays the most normal has got the best chance of win. And I thought we've been able to do that. I think our players have been able to really just buy into themselves and be confident. And again, some people peak in the beginning of the season. Some people peak in the middle of the season. Some teams never peak. And then if your team can peak at the right time and get the right kind of confidence towards the end, you got a chance. And now we've got our team in a position to have a chance.
Cliff.
Yeah. Cliff Brunn, Associated Press. Coach, won't get a chance to talk to you before you play again. So your impressions of Oregon and of Oklahoma?
Yeah, I'm not even there yet, Cliff. I won't lie. I'm gonna sit here for a couple more minutes and not even gonna worry about who we play. We got 2 good teams getting ready to play, but I have no idea. I couldn't even tell you 5 players on each team yet, so it wouldn't be fair for me to make any assumptions yet.
Jerry Lee Willis Jr., the College Sports Report. Delaney, talk about the adjustment, not so much as a pitching on natural motion, but coming from the bullpen to starter and on this stage.
I think it just goes back to knowing who I have behind me. You know, I think almost every person on my team today came up to me and they're like, hey, I'm so pumped for you, let's go. And so I don't know how you can't go into a game feeling good when you have that constantly in your ear and an offense like that with Kaylee to come out and start the game the way she did. I was warming up a little bit before, and I saw it go out from the bullpen, and I was fired up out there. And then to have Janelle back there doing what she does, she helps me get a lot of strikes. And so there's no way you can really go into a game feeling bad with this kind of team.
All right, here, then over here.
John McKelvey, Norman Transcript. Kaylee, you hit another home run today. This is not a power hitting team, or it wasn't through the regular season. What has led to this power surge in the World Series? Are you guys just more comfortable hitting over those fences?
I think that we just come in here and really we're trying to fight each at bat and just really trying to get the momentum coming our way. My first at bat today, I went 0-2 the first couple of pitches, so just really trying to compete and fight for our team and trying to get on base. And each person's just trying to turn over to the next at bat, and then we just turned into a power hit team lately.
All right, young lady here. No. You go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, for Chelsea and Janelle, I remember talking to Coach Walton after the SEC tournament, and Florida's pitching's been great all year, but the offense has been spotty, I guess, at times for your standard.
Just today, I just want to give you just a heads up. Look at our games against top 25 opponents.
Right.
Before you spotty it up, just look at who we played. Right. I mean, we played against more top 25s than any team in the league. So to be able to do that, I mean, that's why it's spotty. We played the best schedule in the country.
Right. I know. Right. I think you were looking for more consistency at that time. Obviously, you found it. Could you talk about how this team's offense has found itself, and also kind of competing against yourselves? I mean, this would be you've had 2 other World Series championship teams. How do you put that in perspective with what you're doing now?
I think we're just buying into the process. This is the last week and a half of season, so why not? You know, I think just we're buying into preparation, and we're like Kaylee said, we're turning it over to the next person, making sure everyone does their job to produce the runs that we need.
I agree. I mean, this sport is hard. Like, you're going to fail more than you're going to ever succeed in this sport. And especially in the SEC, like, you have to have a short memory and forget if we were ever in a slump or anything like that. You just go into the World Series. Heck, this is like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. So just go up there and have your bats. I mean, there's something magical about postseason. Everyone just comes alive. Like, I think everyone up on this stage can say that. But, I mean, you just go up there and you have your bats. And I think we're all just buying in together at the right time. And it's really working out for us.
Amanda, just what does it mean to give Delaney a 3-0 lead, a 4-0 lead? What kind of confidence does that do to the dugout?
I mean, it means everything. I mean, I always have in my mind if we give them a 1 or 2 run lead, it's always double in their mind just because they're so good at what they do. And they've just been working hard, and they've carried us here. It's no secret that they've carried us here. So I think just to finally give our pitching staff some cushion and some breathing room really means a lot to our offense because, you know, we were trying really hard for them, but they had our back all through season. So I think it's the best feeling in the world to be able to give them some cushion because they've just worked their butt off for us all year, and to be able to give them this cushion on the biggest stage means everything.
If I could follow up one more time, Tim, you used the word you have to your heartbeat has to be ready for this. I believe you have to control your heartbeat here. Is this stage meant for Delaney Gorley the way she handles that? And it's kind of amazing that she had never started a game here. Is this stage meant for someone like her?
Well, you know, after we won the championship in 2014 and she came in a crucial situation, we won that game. We obviously scored runs, and Hannah closed it out, but Delaney pitched just a phenomenal game for us when we needed it. Jeremy Foley, our athletic director at the time, came up to me and just kind of told me it was kind of a gutsy move to put a freshman in that situation. And I told Jeremy that this isn't the last time we're going to come back here, and I got to get that kid in there so she can have an opportunity to feel what it's like to be in this moment. And she's had this her whole entire life. I've watched her pitch for probably as long as anybody, whether it be in high school, whether it be in travel, whether it be in a quote-unquote showcase or an elimination game. Delaney Gorley is a championship-level pitcher, and we're lucky to have her. We're happy to have her, but I think she definitely does bring a different level of confidence. And And even if she doesn't have her best stuff, you'll never know it because her confidence is still there and her presence is still there. And, Team USA has seen that just in a short period of time against Japan, that she's been able to go out and do some special things against some special left-handed hitters.
Coach, we've talked a lot about the pitching staff, but how important has Janelle Wheaton been to this battery?
Well, her statistics overall in the season and in league, don't match up to some of the All-SEC, All-Region, All-American caliber statistics. But I nominated Janelle Wheaton for defensive catcher in our league. She didn't get it, but to me, in my mind, there's nobody more valuable. Obviously, our pitching staff put them on their own little spot, but Janelle Wheaton's been the most valuable player on this team, hands down, in the bullpen, in the game, between games. She's just done a phenomenal job of being a great, not only a great backstop, a great friend, a great leader, and then her offense has just been, she's been clutch. We've had her batting behind Kaylee Kavista almost the whole year, and they walk Kaylee 60 sometimes to pitch to Janelle, and she's really stepped up for us. And I'm proud of her. I mean, I think that, again, a left-handed catcher is not the most traditional thing to look at. She gets strikes at times too because she does such a great job with her glove.
Amanda, talking to you on Tuesday, you're like, we don't know if we can sleep. We're at a 12 and we need to get to like an 8 right now. How did you guys stay loose but still win the way you did 3 games to get here and be playing tomorrow night for a championship?
I think that's the best thing. I felt like it was going to be so different, and then once we stepped on the field, all of us just felt so normal. It felt so comfortable for all of us, and I think it just, like Janelle has been saying, our preparation just prepared us for this moment. All of the hard work that we've done prior to this. So this was the easy part. Playing the games is the easy part, and we just were so comfortable, and I think it really showed.
Coach, you mentioned earlier about left-handed catcher. How much is that an adjustment when you're scouting, and then you make a decision says bringing that kid in with the pitching staff that you have, and then making it all work? How long? What process do you go through?
Well, Janelle's been with us now for 3 years, so she's caught behind 2 of the best catchers that we've had in Aubrey Monroe and Taylor Fuller. She learned a lot from those guys, and I think she caught a lot of games last year and the year before preseason. Once we got to SEC play, we went with Aubrey Monroe a lot, but Janelle's done a good job, and I think and as good a job as Janelle's had or has done. Doug Mirabelli did a really good job with her last year and teaching her some little tricks and some things. Aubrey Monroe's done a great job of being able to keep the maintenance on her. Katie Davis, who's our trainer, and Tiffany Ray, who's our massage therapist, and Wes Olm, they've done a great job of being able to keep this kid healthy, keep her on the field for us. She's been really good. But the adjustment process, I've been in the game now 19 years, and I've seen some really quality left-handed catchers, so it hasn't been as big of an adjustment period for me. Being in softball, baseball, you never see it, but I've been in this game 19 years, and I've seen some really good left-handed catchers, and she's one of them.
All right. Are they? Okay.
Yes, Janelle. Now, from Coach just mentioned his philosophy on just making an adjustment and all from high school to college and then stepping out.
Well, during the recruitment process, I made sure that it wasn't an issue, because a lot of coaches say, no, that's not normal. So there was never a problem with Coach Juan, and we just worked with it, and here we are.
All right. Are there any other questions? If not, Coach, ladies, congratulations. Championship time.
Thank you.
Do you need a softball bat? Do you want to save $30? SoftballJunk.com is offering an additional $30 discount off the price of all non-sale softball bats on their website. That's right, $30. So the next time you buy a bat, go to SoftballJunk.com and enter the code FPTV30 during checkout. And wham! You just put a cool $30 in your pocket. This show is a member of the Fastpitch TV network. See all of our shows and blogs at www.fastpitch.tv.